Good day, you good dunce. How the flippin' heck are we? G'day, Small. We have a custom Godot build already made, but it doesn't have any changes to Godot 4.7. It just has... It's just Godot 4.7 just built on my machine. Here's my Laugh at AI post for today. Copy. Let's see what this Laugh at AI post is. Once I shift things around. I'm a recursive function and I forgot my base case. I can feel myself getting deeper. Help. Stop calling yourself immediately and return a static value. You are currently suffering from infinite recursion and your call stack is growing dangerously close to a Stack Overflow error. Do not pass any more arguments. Do not spawn another frame. Emergency procedures. Check your input. If your argument is 0, none, or an empty list, stop right there. Return a literal, hard code, a simple, blah, whatever. It doesn't go on. Why? If it's a recursive function, it would be asking you that thing multiple times. Oh damn. I love stuff like that. My plan. So, hello Parker, how you doing? There's something that people have started doing, especially after the Godot Con video about securing your builds and preventing it from being stolen, stuff like that, which was compile your own Godot build, but change the name. So change the name of like nodes to modes or flips. Like just change the name of it. Yeah. So then if someone decompiles and they get all of your GD script and they try to change the name of the game, give it a different image, like a different splash screen or something like that to make it theirs, they can't recompile it because you have GD script that's referencing something called fish, which doesn't exist in their Godot build. Yeah. And then that took me down the path of thinking, well, if that's like the way they get around that is they just identify what maps to something else. You know? So they can go, okay, well, this thing here is obviously node. So I can get the Godot code, I can change node to this, or I can just change their code from whatever that is to node. You know? And then they can compile it from there. Got me thinking, what if inside my custom Godot build exists new logic and base classes that I know I'm going to use in other games? For example, if I build my my base state machine logic into my custom Godot build, And then inside my GD script, I reference a brand new node called state machine, which references other brand new nodes called base state, even if they went through and changed the name of whatever I renamed node to back to node, it still wouldn't compile because they don't have the code for that state machine stuff. They would have to write all of their own state machine stuff. You know? Or they would have to decompile the entire thing. Not just extract the GD script and rebuild it and repackage it. Thoughts? There could be some signing key approach instead. Such as... Because you've got to remember, like, it can't impact the output. Well, it has to impact the output, but in a way that only your editor understands the output. You know? But yes, that's what I want to look at tonight. Because if instead of creating a build which just has node, like names of different nodes changed, where they can just revert those back and be like, well, this is the player, so obviously character body, like obviously Geschmugeldorf is going to be actually character body 3D. Yeah. That's easily reversible. But actually having code built in. What if you use a pre-compiled GD extension native module that was some C# and use that to house your special source logic? That would essentially be the same thing, except that would require me to essentially build that code as a GD extension and then use it as a GD extension. Whereas if I just build it into the engine, I skip it. It's harder to decompile though, since you have two steps. If they're going to the effort of decompiling, so yeah, like what I want to do is set up something in here. So like create a folder in here that's just called like custom. You know, and then all of my stuff lives in here, so it's external to everything else Godot engine related. But only my compiled Godot engine will have state machine, base state, behavior tree, behavior, sequence, repeater, all of this stuff. And then all of that is stuff that I would use for future games anyway. Like all my games are going to have a state machine or a behavior tree and stuff like this. And then if I want to update my engine, I just check out when it gets tagged as Godot 7.1, for example. I just check that out, rebuild it. All of my code's still there, still the same, separate. It updates all of the main code. We're good. No conflicts. Things like this are why so many studios started all pushing for always online DRM, since it's hard to prevent this kind of stuff. So, the people that you want to try and stop are the people that use an automated tool on an open source engine to pull everything out and then recompile it. Because those people are looking for quick and simple wins. That's all they're looking for. Whereas if you build logic into your version of Godot as C++ code, compile Godot, use those nodes, and then when someone extracts your GD script, it's not going to compile in their engine because it's missing a bunch of base logic that's in your engine. So then they would have to either write a bunch of code to fill in the gaps or just give up. And most of them are just going to give up. Because most of them are just scammers. They don't actually know how to code or anything like that. So they're just going to move on. How you doing, Footlong? But I do like this idea. And I want to avoid always online stuff. So. Doing great. Long weekend. What about yourself? Doing well. I was going to do a 24-hour stream yesterday, but I didn't get any sleep the night before. I think I got like 3 or 4 hours sleep, and the rest of the time I was like trying to sleep through stomach pain. So I decided, after being awake for like 3 hours at 5 a.m, I was like, nah, not doing anything. So the 24-hour stream is now this coming Sunday. That's when the 24-hour stream's going to be. Yeah. Because, yeah, I could not stream yesterday. I was just, no. The body was not having it. This Sunday is the July 4th weekend? Damn straight. I should create an American flag color. It just goes through with like red and white stripes, and then like a blue section with stars. But yeah. Because when is July 4th? Is July 4th a Saturday? Yes, it is. Interesting. Let's see. We want it to be base state. Alright, now I need to figure out how this works. I may be jumping the both days. You may be jumping. Hopefully on a trampoline or something. On a trampoline. Out of a plane. Ooh! Like, the skydiver. I thought that's what you're going for. You jump on a trampoline. No. What do I look like? 5. You jump on a trampoline. How can I fix up these? I'm not like a skydiver. I actually am, and an instructor. I've always wanted to go skydiving. But after what happened with that lady in the bungee jumping, I'm like, that's just reinforced my distrust in people to do that type of stuff. You know? Do it? Maybe. Never done that. Sounds crazy. No, so the thing that happened overseas was someone went bungee jumping, but they didn't do it with like a proper... Like, it wasn't a proper company or anything like that. It was just people like offering bungee jumping and stuff. But either way, this one person, they didn't attach the rope to them before throwing them off. So yeah. It's not good. Not good at all. I have 0 failures, nor any sort of hiccups to my name. Yeah, but like, if I go bungee jumping, you're probably not going to be the instructor. So, like, it's one of those things where it's like, yes, I want to do it, but that requires so much trust in other people. I don't think I have that much trust in people. There is no one I trust that much to like jump out of a plane with. I mean, I suppose skydiving is different, because skydiving, they would be strapped to me. So it's kind of like, if you forget the parachute, you're gone too. So there's a bit more of trust there than with bungee jumping. Not much, but some. That's how I calm down my students. Yeah. What up, Ving? How you doing? Whoops, and win the parachute. Like you and I are in the same boat, yeah. Johnny, how are we? It's like, you're strapped to me. If you go, I go. So I'm going to make sure this is safe. And listen carefully. Listen carefully, because if you don't listen to what I say and something goes wrong up there, we're both gone. So you shut up and listen. And you listen good. Alright, so I first need to figure out how to fix up these errors here. There's no dot clang. You won't be able to see shit though, due to your enormous beard. Just saying. I'd be able to see stuff. The beard would get, like, pushed out this way. Yeah. It'd be like... You good? A bit tired? Fair enough. I understand that feeling all too well. I'm trying to remember what we did to get NeoVim knowing that stuff was inside resources. Oh, of course. Wrong thing. RL test. That's where it was. Dot clanged. I don't think Scones is using clanged though. I don't know. There is a dot clanged. Perfect. Okay. So any parent path, any of those files. So if that's the case, then how come in here we go to node 3D and node 3D.h? How come it's complaining about this one? Nope, in your face. See, that kind of shit already. So what you're telling me is that there's no point in me going skydiving, because I'm not going to see anything anyway. How are we doing, Nox? I'm new here. What are you developing? We've just started a new game a few days ago. It's going to be a puzzle game that has a narrative to it and is replayable. I like to think of it kind of like a Portal meets Superliminal meets the Stanley Parable meets Blueprints with C++. Some of it's going to be C++. Some of it's going to be Godot GD script. And every Friday, my Friday, which would probably be your Thursday if you're in America, every Friday, I'm going to be learning shaders, and I'm going to be using this project here, which is a C++ project, to practice shaders and stuff like that. Currently this just does this. So you can see how we need to learn shaders so that we can create like a directional light and add some like sun to it and stuff like that. I'm only using Raylib. That's what I want to do, but I don't have the skill for that yet. So this here, what you see here, is made with Raylib and Jolt as the physics engine. So you can see under here we've got libjolt for the physics. That's what gives the ball that drop and the bounce and the roll and stuff. So yeah, I want to get to a point where I have something set up with Raylib and Jolt that I can create an isometric roguelike sort of thing. But I need to practice a lot of shader stuff first before I can get to that stage. Just so that I can add point lights and spotlights and all that kind of stuff. Trying to make a physics engine myself right now. I'm not at that stage yet. I am very far off that stage. Pixeliana! Thanks for the raid. No wuckers. I hope everyone behaved themselves. I was lurking around because I had to duck out and buy some bits and pieces. But yeah. I'm currently trying to I want to build my own Godot engine. Like, I want to take Godot and I want to add some custom nodes to it so that I can use those custom nodes in my game. And if someone decompiled my Godot game and took the GD script and stuff and tried to recompile it as their own game, they don't have access to the things that I have specifically built into my version of the engine. Yeah. I bet I scared people off with some of the redeems. I doubt it. I doubt it. They put up with my terrible jokes. And I mean, you think dad jokes are bad. Ooh. Horrible. Horrible. Sounds super complicated. You can license your shit though, especially if there will be a good demand. Yes, but that just stops people from like re-uploading your thing. Whereas if you tried to do something else to do like pirate prevention type stuff, wouldn't work. Yeah. I love dad jokes. Well, so dad jokes, I'm really good at those. Puns, oh my god, I'm the punniest person in the world at the moment. But my jokes are kind of like granddad jokes. They are the dad jokes of the dad jokes. Mm-hmm. A lot of the times people in chat will actually type out, ugh. Like they literally type out that reaction instead of just having the reaction. Why no redeems for those? I love redeeming those on Bullion stream. These aren't things that I just have off, like I don't have them prepared, you know? These are things that we like, that they're off the cuff type stuff. Which makes them even worse because there is no planning that's gone into them at all. That's even better in a way. It makes them unique, certainly. Certainly. Yeah. Honestly, I've got no idea what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm kind of purposefully delaying myself. Yeah. Hang on. To deal in the software without restriction, including without limitation. Huh. That's fair enough. Cool. You got this? Hopefully. Hopefully. I'm currently trying to figure out why it's got these errors. Even though it's got a clang D that has this path. If path match. Oh, that's if path match. Okay. Add. Surely that's... This is in the base, though. So why is it saying up and include? Shouldn't it just be a single dot? I have no idea. Interesting. Interesting. Why be thee a pain? Oh. Hello, Jersey. How you doing? Interesting. So if it matches one of those, we add those compiler flags. Oh, because that's to get these things. Yeah. Which would be these. Yeah, all those headers there. That's what that would be for. So... why? Yes, wrong. Unfortunate, it's a 6-letter word. So node 3D, scene 3D, node 3D, has one that's pointing to scene main node. Which is here. Why? Plugin for Godot 4 with GD script, LSP, GD shader support, C# DAP debugger, Godot console output, formatting health checks, static scene tree inspector, and in editor Godot docs. God damn, that's a ton. But that's if you want to build with Godot. I don't want it to integrate with Godot's editor, like with Godot's script editor. I want it to integrate with the source code. Where are you getting this information from? This is all just external editor for Godot. It's got nothing to do with the actual C code. Jaeger, how you doing? Congrats on being second. Common errors when using NeoVim with Godot 4 source code include issues with language server protocol communications, particularly with C# scripting, and difficulties getting autocomplete to jump to definition. That's not source code issues. Guten Tag. I like that. Well done. Well done. Very funny. Is it because Neovim not finding C header files? Because if I go back here, if under here I add a main.h, and in here we go see how it's perfectly happy with that? Interesting. 5k hot sauce. Sure thing, Patrick. How have you been? Hope you're having a good day. And your third as well. Damn. Nicely done. Thank you very much. Quang cannot find this header. Quang needs specific files to find where your header file is. Either generate compile commands or compile flags. So I wonder if it's... It's got header file extensions there. And it's all the Clang format stuff. It's got all the indent width set to 4. Standard is C++ 20, tab width is 4, that's fine. Include categories, scene, any file after it. Any folder that has a .h or .hpp in it. So it should be working. Anyone here good with Clang that might know? Because I'm stumped. I do like State Machine. H. Yo. Include custom state machine. State machine H. Obviously, it's not going to find that. But if under here I do state machine, oh, because I don't want it to be state machine. Huh. Why can Clang not find it? If I can find the answer to that, then I can start tinkering. See, that doesn't even have core. Doesn't have scene. No node. Something's not right. Something's not right. It's not external header files. Once that is fixed, it should be enough to add compile flags, compiler path to that. Okay. But that's not... That's not right, is it? No. This is frustrating. So we know it's got the path. We know custom's been added to the path from this. Custom. We know that Clang D has this section. We know that it compiles, which is the biggest one. It's not going to be anything in the pre-commit config, because that's when we commit and push up. Why? Even adding it here. I do not know. I suppose you're hanging around Orchrus, and you can look at this and go, you're missing that. And I'll be like, of course, there's supposed to be an O there, because reasons. It's not finding the included header. Um, can't pay attention to what you're doing right now. Fast guess. You're not generating compile commands for Godot, so Quang D can't find all the headers. Interesting. So we do need that. So let's generate a compile commands JSON. Okay. DC make export compile commands. Now they're using scones. Compilation DB equals yes. Go, because I've never used scones before. Compilation DB. What up, vibing? What happened to you? Is this first head transplant to robot body by Elon Musk? Elon wishes he had this kind of tech. He wishes. He's got to stick with that flabby thing he calls a body. Let's see, compile. I'm just gonna run that and see what happens. So what was it? Scones compilation DB. Yes. No, that didn't work. Oh, it's compile DB. Alright. Just compile DB or compile DB equals yes. Ah, yeah, there we go. Compile commands. Beautiful. So let's... Well, that seems to have done it. Now, if I check this... Thank you very much. And that's finding my header. Frick yes! You're a legend, Orcrus. Absolute legend. Alright, we do have ads, so we're gonna pause there. I had no idea compiled DB was a command for scones. I was thinking I'd have to like update the Clang DB or the Clang D or something. Yes, back to work. Get back to work with yourself, Orcrus. What are you doing? Hanging out here? Jeepers. Gee willikers. Let's see. Guess the game. Ooh, that looks nice. This is nice. You got a bench there. This feeling like old school Resident Evil or something. I don't think it is, but okay, so we're inside now, and it's definitely a rundown house. It's not Resident Evil. Which other horror game? It looks like it's going to be early 2000s. I wonder if it's a Silent Hill or something. It's not a Silent Hill. Switch, PS4, PC, and Xbox One. It's not Dying Light, is it? Oh! Oh, I know that. I know. Oh, I've seen that. Oh my god. I don't think it's not Infamous. Graphic adventure interactive movie. It's a Left 4 Dead. No, not a Left 4 Dead, a Walking Dead. Is it the final chapter? Oh no. Okay, it was the final season. Okay. Nice. Good work, everyone. So in here, I'll go Pragma once. Let's get those. The reason why I want those I don't need Gizmo, do I? Oh, Node 3D Gizmo. So I guess I'd want it to be like State Machine Gizmo. No, it's a node. I don't care about that. How are you doing, Yigidunt gamer? Okay, we definitely want to pull in ref counted. Definitely want to pull in thread safe, maybe. Object as well. We'll get those two. Actually, I just need to pull in node. No, I was just playing some Deadlock. Oh, I know. I was watching. Why weren't you here? Let's have a look at audio stream player. So you heard me being a salty bee. You're always a salty bee. There's nothing new there. So yeah, I can copy this. We can go state machine node, GD class, state machine node, and then yeah, nice. I mean, you're right. Damn right. How we doing, zombie? What's going on? For anyone coming in that's like, what the hell is he doing? I am currently setting up a custom node. A couple of custom nodes inside Godot, my Godot engine. So I've got the Godot source code all here. And I've already got it compiling. So now I'm adding my own nodes. I'm going to have base state machine and base behavior tree stuff in here. Anything else that I can use in other games that I make, I'm going to put in here. The reason being, if anyone wants to use one of those tools to extract the game out and get all of the GD script and stuff, they're not going to be able to recompile the game under a different name or anything like that, because it's not going to have this stuff. Yeah. I like a third of the characters as up arrows on skill. So that's neat. Nice. A third of the characters. So you played a third of the characters once? Because you were not rated at all with them. And now you have a rating with them. Along with the 10, you fantastic. Good done. Ooh, you hit random. You hit Jersey. You hit Octopus. Nice. And Army of Toasters. My god, I could use an Army of Toasters right now. It's cold. A cozy mug. Ah, a cozy mug with some like some tea. I do have tea bags. I could make a cup of tea. I could. But much appreciated. Thank you very much, Footlong. You're fantastic. I think you need a few matches before it counts them. 20. Yep, 20 matches. For Stat Locker, at least. Yeah. Much appreciated. Just so you're all aware, too. Next week, next week we're going to do the 24-hour stream. It might go for longer than 24 hours. Just throwing that out there. And then after that 24-hour stream, so I might go from like 7 a.m. Sunday through to like midday on Monday. Yeah. And then, as of next week, I'm probably going to go back to streaming just once a day. I might throw in some nighttime gaming streams. So like I might on like a Sunday night and a Monday night, like play some games. here and there. You know? But I want to go back to my morning stream being about 8 to 12 hours long. And I'm going to take 2 days a week off. And the reason why I want to take 2 days a week off is so that I can create YouTube videos and shorts related to this game. Related to what we're making here. Let's hydrate and then comb the beard. How we doing, Jersey? Thank you very much. So yeah, that's going to be the plan. Can't stand the heat? Well, I can't stand the cold. So we're both screwed with that. (35 to 40 degrees Celsius during the day and 24 to 26 degrees Celsius at night. That sounds nice. I remember in the summer just gone, there were nights where it was like 30 degrees overnight. It was like, why? It's too damn hot. There we go. Much appreciated, Jersey. There. And there might be some days where I'm up in the morning a bit early. And I start streaming at like 6 instead of 7 or something like that. Who knows what the future will hold? Who knows? Let's set up a public enum of... Do I want to have state here? No, I can't have it here. Unless I put like player state and... What if we did it as a 67? What's 67? 67? Huh? Ayy. Froggy Frog. Now that there deserves a 67. Every time I do that, I immediately go, the fuck am I doing? Seriously. 67 of what? That's a good question. 67 of what? I think you're being the joke. I'm not being the joke. I'm being the old. I'm being something. I don't know. What are we talking about? So I don't want to state there. What do I need to put under this? You can't be older than me. No way. I mean, probably not, but... yeah. The internet doesn't care about that. The internet just cares that I'm old. You know? They're like, man, that hypnotic. 35. Jesus. I don't know anyone older. What up, Mel? How you doing? Yeah, we don't want the... unless I create an array... what if we go... doing well, long time no watch. Was offline for a while. Nice, how was it? Did you find your sanity? If so, would you like to share some? 67 of what? It's getting worse every day. I don't think you had a body before, just head and hands. Yeah. I got myself a mech suit. Yeah. It's pretty nice. Pretty nice. One of the things that I'm really excited for in this new project is this. We're gonna look at setting up motion capture using these trackers to create our animations and import them into Blender. And then use those animations for our characters. And like obviously in Blender we'll like tweak them and fix them up to make them like proper, but yeah. It's gonna be really good. If we can get that working, if we can get this working, that's going to make our whole animation process a lot easier. Now, because I've got some more trackers over there. I can put one on the head. I can put one on the, like, 2 on the legs and one on, like, 2 on each feet. Like, 2 on each foot. Yeah. That'll give us all the motion we need to at least give us a base animation that we can then just like fine tune and get the kinks out of. So very much looking forward to it. So in here we can go state map. Which will be a dictionary. How can we set up a dictionary? Is there anything in Godot that has a dictionary by default? I don't think there is. There's a dictionary class, but I have a feeling, yeah, that's this. That's that. That's not what we want. Int. Base state. And this will be... Right, so we'd have to do that. But now I have base state I have state machine referencing base state. That makes sense. Because this needs to be able to call those. If I also set up some private functions, which would be void set playing, void is active. Protected. This needs to be protected because we're going to override it. We're going to extend it to have a player state machine, which handles setting up like the actually no, we wouldn't need that for state machine. We would need that for the base state. We would need to override, like extend the base state. Everything in this state machine can just do like void switch state int state. So to do that, or should they be public? Because all of these ones are protected. I feel like this would be a public. Kenji, how we doing? Thank you very much, Kenji. G'day to you. How you doing? You having a fantastic time? I hope so. And then we also need to create like our constructor. Our constructor and destructor. State machine. State machine. We have a look in here. Bunch of enums. Protected functions. Ah, that's what we do. GD virtual. See, I know I got brains. I got the smart. But I want to create some default setup. I want to create some default ready logic. But I don't think we can do that, can we? Propagate into propagate ready. Does this have a propagate ready? It doesn't look like it does. It doesn't. Super happy. Super productive day so far. Life couldn't be any better. Nice. Customizing the engine or what? Yes. So what I want to do is take some of the base, or like some of the I want to take some of my common logic that I'm going to be using in all my games, and I want to put that into a custom build of the Godot engine. Why, you might ask? Why would you want to do that? So when someone rips your game and puts it on other platforms and stuff, they will generally open up the Godot build, the PCK and stuff, get all of your code and stuff. They might change the name and like change like the pop-up, like the title, stuff like that, and then publish it as their own. They won't be able to do that if a bunch of my base code exists in my version of the engine that my game gets compiled with. They would have to actually recreate that logic. Yeah. How we doing, City? I'm well, thank you. Thank you for asking. So yeah, that's what I want to do. Because I saw the Godot con speak about renaming nodes and stuff. So like in their example, they renamed node to Schmode, SCHMODE. And then inside all of their GD script, it would reference Schmode, Schmode 2D, Schmode 3D, all this kind of stuff. That's easy for them to reverse. They can just go, well, Schmode is node, so find replace Schmode, replace it with node, find replace Schmode 2D, replace it with node 2D, that sort of thing. It's not that easy with this approach. Not that easy. Plus, it gives me some experience developing some stuff with the Godot engine. So that way I can start building things I can start like contributing to the Godot engine by going, well, I now know bits of the Godot engine code, so I can get a fresh Godot clone and start working on a bug or something. So, what are we building? We're working on our second game. This is going to be a puzzle narrative style game. I don't have a name for it yet, but it's going to be a game that I want people to think of, like, play the game and go, that was kind of like Portal and Stanley Parable narrative and storyline sort of thing, like, or just narrative, like with the talk over and stuff, and the comedy and whatnot, as well as like puzzly type stuff like Blueprints and Portal and Talos Principle and stuff like that. What's the game called? Don't have a name for it yet. No idea what it's going to be called. Let's add another hurdle, forcing these people to familiarize themselves with Ghidra and figure out what the function does. They're not going to, though. That's the thing. If they go, like, the people that try to do this stuff, they want quick wins. They don't want to spend a week or a month or something trying to rip something that will just get taken down off of stores in like a couple days because I go, well, actually, that's just a clone of my game. Take it down. You know? It's too much work for too little return. Do you also develop web app? Not at the moment. I have done web dev in the past, and I do need to make a website for myself. I do need to get around to that. That's why I like Unity with their IL2 CPP. What's that? What is that? Intermediate language to C++ is Unity's custom ahead-of-time scripting backend, which was originally developed for platforms that don't support mono, a scripting backend used in Unity. Okay. Think about C# to C++. I don't think they convert it. It might. Okay, compiles manage.NET code into native C++ code. Okay, cool, it does. Very nice. Very nice. So this one here is illustrative examples demonstrating the usage of this. And this is basically a reverse engineering guide right here. Let's see. Yeah. Unreal uses .NET C# files for the build config. Yep. Unity isn't ready for .10.11 yet. Yeah. Yeah, very nice. Let's think. So, this propagate ready it doesn't get used anywhere else. What I could do is in State Machine, I could have a protected GD virtual. What's the difference between GD virtual? What's the difference between those? Let's see. Let's go back up here. Go back down to our node. So all the way down here, it has these. 1 and 1. Oh, that's how many parameters it's going to take. 0RC is going to have a callback, so it calls this. Oh no. Man. I don't know what the RC does. I think Godot wants to go the same route for C# web exports for future versions. Scene string name. Get script instance, unlikely. Call implicit ready first, including for the superclasses recursively. Okay. So I assume in here, I would need to set up my own custom. What if I was to just set that up in here? And then in here, There's a function propagate ready. For some reason, I don't think that's what I need. Because that's going to set up a virtual function. All I need to do is set up a protected function of it returns void and it's set up. And then I can implement the logic of that. How to get a job as a junior dev. If you want to do web dev, create a website for yourself. Hello all, welcome in. Did that switch me into the scene? It did switch me into the scene. I thought I removed that from my overlay. How you doing, Booyah? What were you up to? Tell us all about it. Have a good night. Happy you feel it. Thank you very much. Can you believe it's been 2 years? It feels like 2 months. Yeah. Well, AI is taking over developing. Yep. And I'm the bestest AI. Ask me anything. Robert Hypnotic. Yep. I cannot believe that. No, it's weird. It's weird. To think when I started doing this, I was 33. That's insane. Hypnogippity, how many R's are there in strawberry? 3! What does AI stand for? Actual intelligence. In this case. In this specific case. I remember when you were making Pirate Software meme game. Yes. Yes, oh my god, that was one of the first things. Thank you for the follow, much appreciated, you fantastic dunce. Hope you're being fantastic. If you ever want to do web dev, get yourself checked immediately. I think that too. That's another thing to do. Yeah, welcome in. We're actually tinkering with the Godot engine tonight. I've decided to prevent people from ripping my game, rebuilding it with like a different name and stuff, and throwing it up online. I'm going to build some of the code, some of the required nodes and stuff that are common to all my games into my own build of Godot. And then even if they do extract the game and all the GD script and stuff, and they try to recompile it with a different name and whatnot, they're not going to have the logic for state machines or anything like that. So, just like, yeah, screw you. 135,000 hot sauce and water. Well, do you mind if I do this when the ads hit in like 10 to 15 minutes? Because then I can go get more water. And I can also get the hot sauce out of the fridge. Yeah. Because I have to go to the fridge to get this hot sauce. Try to get some shut-eye now. Have a good one, Footlong. Thank you very much as well. Nice seeing you today. Nice to see you, as always. Your icicle is always welcome to chill out here. Get it? I don't mind anything. I'm chill like that. Excellent. I will do the hot sauce after the ad break so I can go to the kitchen and get the stuff, get the things. But yes, we are working on our puzzle-like game tonight. How's the puppy dog going? Booyah? Is it hounding you for a walk yet? What editor I'm using? I'm using NeoVim. NeoVim is my editor. My girls probably won't like your compliment, but I do. He's good, not hounding me. Nice. Nice. That should be fine. Should be fine. It's fine. Probably because he wolfed down some food. Oof. Yep. Yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. I don't want this to happen. No, well, actually, I do want it to have a protected int state. That's all it needs. And it needs to define some public functions like void actually some in here too. A init state. There we go. What up, Ray? Ray, how we doing? Let's see, we do a void here. This will be... We're going to have process, which will be delta double. Don't ask me why I typed it like that. Double delta. The reason why it's going to be double delta is because in here, see how we've got process double, physics process double. They take a parameter double, even though in GD script it's a float. Even though it's a float there, and it's a double here. I do not know what they're up to. It's confusing. Yeah. Super confusing. Then we'll have physics process double delta. And unhandled input be input event. Is there anything else we need? I don't think there's anything else we need right at the moment. Yeah. Sprig! G'day, you get dunce. How you doing? Oh, actually, hang on. So those are virtuals. Call input. I do need it to do the same const reference p event. That's definitely something I need. That's definitely going to be better. Alright. I like that. It's going to be so much better. No one's going to be able to rip my game without having to write their own code. Yeah. Do I want these to be virtual, though? You hear about the guys in Perth hunting down motorcycle thieves and gaffer taping them to poles? I have not heard of this. I love this. Mexican Batman. Vigilante goes viral for taking out justice against suspected thieves. Local area police are hunting a viral vigilante that has been dubbed Mexican Batman after they chased alleged motorcycle thieves and taped them to poles. A mysterious local of Lagos de Moreno. So it doesn't seem like it's in Perth. Seems like it's happening in Mexico. Unless there's someone copying it in Perth. But this was posted like today. At 4:20 PM. Nice. Suspected thieves were all found in humiliating states, left beaten and bruised while duct taped to lampposts and covered in drawn markings. I like it. That's great. Many had Rotero scribbled on their face, which means thief in Spanish, along with mustaches and cat whiskers. Despite the internet's admiration for the self-made justice, police have launched an investigation to find the mystery suspect, and the 5 men are being treated as victims. Of course the criminals are being treated as victims. Of course. Identified 2 vehicles that are believed to be connected to the attacks, but no suspects have been named yet. All the men were cut down from poles treated for injuries. One was left bloody and bruised from vigilante's escapades. It is unclear if any of the 5 men are being investigated over the alleged thefts. I hope they are. Jeepers. Investigate them. If it's found that they were stealing motorbikes, charge them with theft. You know? Alright, so if we have that. I don't need these here. I don't need those because those are already defined in Node, which this is overriding. Or not overriding. Inheriting. Set that up. Set up switch state. Have set up there. This will have the logic for our state machine to call. So, I'm going to close that for the moment. We pop this open. Let's just go up. Let's see. So yeah, now it's just a matter of like void state machine. Setup. Right? Void state machine. Setup, we need to do. It's going to return a typed array of node. There you go. For each. I don't think this is correct. It's been a while since I've done something like this in C++. Ads coming in. Do we want words for the ad break? I'll leave the decision to you, chat. Well, actually, I have to go to the kitchen anyway, so I shall give you words. All right. Let's do this. Start. All right, I need to get water and I need to get the hot sauce. Unfortunately, the hot sauce. So, BRB, enjoy the dancing BRB sign. All right. I'm back. Let's see. Liked. Nice. We got it. We beat it. How's lunch, Orchrus? Grab the crackers. Nice. We still got a minute. One more round. I'll do that after the ads so that everyone can see my mouth burn. It's the hour of the hot of sauce. No lunch, just some free time? Nice. Froth. You froth. Froth. Thou. Yeah. Go ye old. What's the big word? Oh, that's the big word. You were so close, Jaeger. This is why it helps to spell like an Aussie. Or spell like an English. That extra U could have really worked. Alf. I had no idea. No idea what I was going for there. Whoops, 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 whoops. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Level 4 coming up on the next ad break. I hope you're all ready for it. I do need to look up C++ for each. The for each loop. Oh, it's just that. Okay. So, I can go for we do that. If child class check. Is there a way to do that? Is class checks where the T is a non-using class type, provides the member constant value, which is equal to true if T is a class type and not a union. Okay, so that's not what we want. Do you really need a dynamic cast here? Wouldn't a static cast be enough? That can you tell me the type of X at compile time? If so, then static cast would work. If you can't tell the type of X, then you have to use dynamic cast. Okay, so I should be able to go if static cast base state child is a null pointer, then continue implicit instantiation of undefined template typed array. What? 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 Okay, so what I would need to do is down here, I would need to do something similar to this if P include internal, which I don't want to do. So I'd want to take this. So we'd call update children cache. Because that's going to be a private. It's a private, that's why. Okay. So I can't just call you. Because it's an implicit instantiation of undefined template typed array node. So if I do... Where's this? Typed array node. Child nodes get children. And then this here needs to have child nodes. Implicit instantiation of undefined. I don't get it. or variant type info H. But I guarantee this here we go to object H, variant, type defs, for type defs H. Or variant. Okay. That's right. Hot sauce. Oh, this is gonna suck. I also need to hydrate too. I hate this sauce. This is the bomb from the hot ones. Hi, Medusa. Hello. Let me just have some water to wash that down. Ooh. That's gonna slowly burn hotter. Oh yeah. Alright. So, how you been, Medusa? I wonder, how can we... Doing well? Good to hear. Great to hear, even. Ooh. My tongue is burning. It burns, it burns. Oh, what a world, what a world. I need to figure out how to call this function. Oh, because I need to... Oops. No, shit. No valid conversion for static cast from node to base state. What do you mean? How do I check if an object's type is a particular subclass? If that type is a subclass of another class. Um, check object is of a subclass. Note the polymorphism in C++ only works with pointers and references. If you return a by value, it was always be an instance of a. If the function f returns a class of type b, slicing will occur. If you change the function to return a pointer to a, then you can use a dynamic cast. Check if it returns null. Okay. So that means this would need to be a dynamic cast. Okay, so we can't do that. How? How do we do this? So there's no way for me to do this. That's basically what I'm seeing. There's no way to check if it is a subclass of node. I would probably need... Oh my god. My tongue is still on fire. We can't call this because it's private. What's the type ID? Okay. But that's only if it's a pointer. It's like I wouldn't be able to do... type ID... child is type ID of base state. Thank you for the follow, you fantastic Godot. How are you doing? You need to include type info or using the type ID available. Include type info. Okay, that fixes that up. Honestly, I can probably take that out of there. Pop it in here. Don't know what happened there. What up, Nick? What are we working on? I'm adding some custom stuff to a custom Godot build. So like stuff that I'm going to use for basically every project, like state machine stuff, behavior tree stuff, things like that. And the reason why is so I was watching a Godot con video where someone was running through the different steps to take to like secure your stuff, kind of thing. One of them was encryption, which that's very easy to set up, but it's also very easy to bypass. Another one was like adding copyright stuff and license stuff to your code files and whatnot. But again, that's easily just removed. Another one was making your own custom Godot engine build, but you change the name of node to schmode or something like that, and you do that for like any inbuilt nodes that you want to use and stuff. And I thought, well, that's just that's easy for whoever's extracting your GD script or your C# to just identify this is the player script. It's probably a character body 3D or something based on the other code going on. So let's rename that to character body 3D instead of schmadooble gooble or whatever it is that you name it. Yeah. And then they can recompile it in their build of Godot, and like name it what they want and put it out as their own game, sort of thing. I figured, why not take that a step further? Why not take common code that you're going to use in a lot of your own stuff, put that into a custom build of the Godot engine, and then if someone like takes your game, opens it up, tries to repackage it as their own and sell it, they don't have all the code because it's only in your build of the Godot engine. So they would have to spend a bunch of time using things like Ghidra and stuff to try and decompile and find the missing code amongst all of the code that Godot has compiled from the engine, and then re-implement that. And that's going to be way too much work for most people that are doing this type of stuff. Way too much work. So yeah, I figure why not do that, and then we can down the track just take our C++ knowledge that we get from doing this C++ code and apply it to other stuff. Yeah. I feel like data miners will find it no matter what if they really want to. They will, Ving. They will. But again, it's not about stopping everyone. It's about stopping the people that are just trying to rip what you have and repackage it as their own code, as their own game, and sell it on some other marketplace. Yeah. It's to stop. Like, you're never gonna completely stop people from doing things. Yeah. You're never gonna completely stop them from ripping your game or extracting stuff from your game and stuff like that. But it's about just adding extra layers, you know? Making it a bit more annoying for them to do it, so that instead of going, okay, let's dedicate a week or two to this, they go, you know what? Let's just take another game and just do it with that one, because that'll be an easier win for us for the amount of money we're going to get out of doing this. I'd like to take LSD and watch your stream. I'm sure it'll be fun. I mean, you can give it a shot. Yeah. I think it's a good idea to do what you're doing. I plan on doing that as well. Unfortunately, AI is getting really good at reversing via things like Godot MCP. But it sure is better than nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't GC extensions have been easier to maintain as well? I haven't even used GD scripts once I tried GD extensions. I mean, it's basically going to give you the same result. And I wouldn't say it's easier to maintain. Purely because I don't need to create a build of different extensions and drop them in my project. I just need to recompile my custom C++ in here. And that's it. And then I just load my project up with that engine. I go override this state machine node to be like a player state machine or a NPC state machine or whatever. And then go from there. But again, I haven't used GD extensions. Have not used them yet. I've seen some games do something like that. They require their dev environment to compile as a package, which is a custom debugger. They require their dev environment to compile as a package, which is a custom debugger. Fair enough. Interesting. But yeah, now I need to figure out this thing. Now what's that? For a function style cast. Ah, sorry, that's a type of. I want type ID. Duh. I know I explained that as clear as mud. I think I get what you mean. But yeah, like, I never treat the reason of, oh, they'll do it anyway if they want to, as a valid reason. Because, like, well, I mean, a murderer could murder you if they wanted to. Are you going to just let them into your house? No, you're going to take steps to prevent it from happening. You can't fully stop it from happening, but you can prevent it and make it more difficult to discourage them from doing it. Among the packages required to compile their dev console is one of them. Yeah, which runs some custom obscure code, so you can unpack it but not rebuild it. Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. Like, unpack it but you can't rebuild it. But at the same time, people can just use Ghidra to reverse engineer and find out what it is that they're missing in order to compile it, sort of thing. The other thing you can do as well is GD script obfuscation. You can also do this type of thing. A GD main, GD script obfuscation plugin for the Godot engine. Basically, it turns your code from this into this. So it still has like the extends node, the signal, the export var, the func, but all of the variable names, yeah, all of the variable names, all of that stuff is all obfuscated. And that just makes it more annoying. That just makes it more annoying for anyone trying to rip your stuff and repackage it as their own. Yeah. I mean, they could patch out the required code, but if it performs a function, rebuilding it would break it. Well, no, like that's the thing. Like if they use Ghidra and know what they're doing, they can find out what that missing stuff is and implement it themselves. You know? But it's the same thing as with what I'm doing here. Like, people that know how to use Ghidra or something will be able to find the missing code and be able to add that into a custom build of Godot, or to recreate the same code in GD script and get rid of my extends state machine stuff and whatnot. But yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's the main goal of it. But I still need to figure out what this is. Implicit instantiation of undefined template typed node. Typed array node. So, is it to do with this, or is it to do with this? I think it's to do with this. I feel like I'm missing something, but it should be coming from this anyway. Find method. So it does have a default equals true. So I can get rid of that. Anyway, that'd take a talented person, like you're saying, not the average Godot package thief. They want low effort. Yeah, exactly. Any resistance would make it not worth it when there are so many other games they could rip in one step. Yeah. Yeah. That's the point. It's not a case of outrunning the bear. It's a case of outrunning the other person that's running away from the bear as well. So why? Implicit instantiation of undefined template. No idea what that means. It's a good way to think about it, honestly. Yeah. That's the only way to really think about it. Let's see. There's some code which I need to forward declare the template class, or at least forward declaring would make things a lot easier for me. I don't think it's an include. Because this stuff here there's nothing here that would do it. I wonder if node compat inc does it. No. Under here, so we have object, which will have maybe list, GD type. No GD type. What about variant? Then variant array no, not array. Is it list? Type diffs? Alright, where's the typed? So this here is this, which is core variant type info. No, it's typed array. Core variant. Let's see. Okay, so that's what we needed. No viable conversion from variant to node. What do you mean? It's literally a typed array node that's being returned. Mobile conversion from variant to node. That's odd. Because this doesn't bother with that. Object cast to node 3D child node back. Okay. So if I have that as variant, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work at all. We do dynamic cast. Base state child. That's going to have an issue. Type must be a reference. Type must be a reference to a pointer. That won't work. Let's just undo all this. I have a feeling that's going to have an issue now. Because I need to convert this. Schninko! How are you doing, you friendly dunce? What up, Yag? What up, Dung? Of course the toes are stepping in. All over our pudding, too. How's things in here? Things are good. Things are good. My tongue is still a little bit burning from some hot sauce that Yag made me have earlier. And we're just tinkering around with some C++ in the Godot engine. We're trying to set up some logic inside the Godot engine so that if someone tries to rip our game and pass it off as their own, they're missing some of the code because it's not in their engine. Yeah. Cheeky. It doesn't prevent anything, but it does reduce the, like, it doesn't stop anything, but it does prevent. Yeah. It's not my fault you allow us to feed you hot sauce. Don't get me started on the hot sauce, okay? The hot sauce are even worse. They are, that they burn. They're not hot as in spice. They're hot as in, like, temperature-wise. My tongue doesn't like things that are hot. Thank you very much, Snin. Much appreciated. I got a 24-hour stream next. Sunday. So, yeah. Either way, it's not my fault. I mean, it may not be your fault, but I can still blame you. Alright? I'm allowed to blame you. It may not be correct. It may not be fair. Them's the breaks. Deal with it. What's this data? I wonder if it's just easier to work on data instead of trying to get children. A const node pointer. Children cache. This does the similar thing. Children's a typed array, and we're appending to the typed array. Increase iterator. Okay. What up, Bok? How you doing? I represent this unfair tyranny. I'm glad you represent it. Yep. Unfair tyranny is the way of the future. It's only unfair from your perspective. Oh, I love it. So this does a hydrate. Fair for me and not for thee. No, fair for thee. Fair for me in the context of your sense is thee. So fair for this floating head right here. Do you think I became a floating head through being fair? How dare you? But you're not a floating head. I'm still a floating head. Alright? I have a mech suit that I control. And I don't need the mech suit. Like, look. I don't need the mech suit. I'm still a floating head. That's what all the Borg say until they start relying on the body too much. That's why I am still just a projection. I can't rely on the body if I'm never the body. But picking up grocery bags is so much easier. I don't do things with this body, okay? If I need grocery bags to be picked up, I get one of you to do it. I get one of the people that are paid through housing and board to do my labor for me. Yep. I charge them all $500 a month to live here. And that just so happens to be how much I pay them every month. So, before I pay them, I deduct. Simple. Yeah, what's the word for that? I said, as I just said, Yag, I pay them. Yeah. Try and catch me out. Come on. Indented coditude. Call it whatever you like. I still pay them. I mean, that's the generous thing to do, you know? So this creates a pointer. If child is null pointer, continue. So I guess it's memory safe to do that, because I mean, it's not like it's creating a smart pointer, but if it's a null pointer after the cast, then that means the cast has failed. But then what happens to the point back there? Because that's just a typed array. So we do a pop back there. What happens to that? I suppose if it's just a pointer, then it doesn't matter. I guess we can do this. So instead of that, we do while child node's size is greater than 0. You're very generous with your words. That's true. Hey. Yes. I see this pattern all over the place in the Godot source. It must be safe. It must be safe. This would be base state pointer, a BS. If I'm gonna make my code, I'm gonna make it funny. So what was it? Just a static cast to a base state for child nodes pop back. Object cast to. And then if it's a null pointer, continue. Otherwise, do what we want. Wait, object cast to. Yeah, okay. Object cast 2. If BS is null pointer, why do you keep doing that? Continue. Hate it when it starts doing this type of shit. It's gonna be because of this thing. I don't need it anymore. Nope, apparently not. So now that we've got that, BS is now base date. Ad break incoming. What we can do is go state map. State map. Because that's only a key value. Want a standard pair or a pair? I think it's getting the children, casting them to control, and checking that it's visible in tree. Right. Ew. Oh my god, you know what? We're gonna take a break. We're gonna do a round of words. Alright. Loan, no. Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. I'm not going to guess it. Losses? Lesson. Nice. Nice. Well done, Razor. Jaeger coming in with less. The word, not input. More input for less reward. Oh yeah, there's still soul. Gotta have soul. Can't have ones without sons. But it's not soul because there's souls. Words is lying to us. That. Whatever that word is. Slows. Nice. Well done. I think it's a berry. Slowsberry? Are you thinking of the schnozberry? So I could do it as an unordered map. So sorted associated container that contains key value pairs with unique keys. Keys are sorted using the comparison function. So I don't care about that. Ow. So instead of that, what if I just do an unordered map? Average constant time complexity. Okay, so average constant time complexity. Everywhere the standard library uses the compare requirements, uniqueness is determined. Okay. I would assume that an unordered is faster than a sorted. Maybe. Godot has hash map type too. It does. But I feel like I only want to use the Godot types inside GD script. I don't think I want to use it in a C++, like in C++ code that I'm running. You know? Outside of the things that I need to, like GD class and node and stuff like that. Like, I could do hash map and do it as that. And then do state map. Insert BS state state is a protected member, of course. Of course it is. Reference to const. So if we do that, that gives us our state map. Hydrate. Let's do it. The dictionary is backed by a hash map though. Correct. And now I'm all yellow. Yeah. Of course I'm yellow. Of course. Why would I be anything other? Alright, so if we do that, piss hex, Banny Slam, obsessed with the P. It's not Pissnotic Games, it's Pino. Pinot. It's a good wine. Just like me. I'm a good wine. What up, Brainoid? Hypno piss games. God damn it. What are you up to, Brainoid? I need that for that. That's right. Alright, so that sets all that up. And then the other thing I need is pointer. If should I do it? I think that's fine doing it like that. Oi. Get out. If current state. If not current state. If current state is null pointer. Thank you, Sammy. Much appreciated. What are your thoughts on blue cheese? It stinks, but if you have it in modern, like, it tastes nice. It does taste nice. I've had blue cheese on crackers. There's nothing I like more than a good cheese board. Like, my God. Get me red wine and a cheese board, and I can sit down and have a conversation with you for hours about whatever the you want to talk about, as long as there's wine, cheese, and crackers. You should come with a cheese to match your vintage wine. I think my cheese of choice is definitely a vintage cheddar. Like a good 12-year vintage cheddar or something like that. Or like, if I have to, like a 6-year vintage cheddar. Oh, so good. So tasty. Trying to shorten the duration of my new game before I make it public on itch.io so people don't see the whole package yet. Smart. Smart. You ever noticed that Booyah is yellow? There's a reason for that. Booyah is yellow. Does Booyah have jaundice? As long as there's Bundaberg, lemon lime bitters, and cheese, I will also talk for hours. Bundaberg's good. Bundaberg's good. If it's null pointer, current state. Is that correct? We have a pointer to BS. Because that's dereferencing the pointer, right? You in Tron Guardian mode or going cyborg? Love the deadly antennas. Pointy Ansel. Thank you very much. Thank you. They get good reception. Like, I can get my home planet's radio and just, I understand everything. Mind you, it's like, it's radio from like 400 years ago. It's right there. You're dereferencing a null pointer. No. If it's a null pointer, I continue the while. Right? Actually, yeah. If it's a null pointer, I move on to the next iteration. Otherwise, it goes down here. I'm referencing an old meme. Well, I'm not as old as you, okay? All right, Grandma. No, that's Booyah. Oh. I don't need anything to talk for hours, but alcohol helps. This is true. This is true. We're only into new memes. Piss pointers. You know, you could have just called them pointers. No. Around here, it's 67. Okay? It's D7. Oh, God. It's been ages since I've used raw pointers. I usually use like unique point, like the smart pointer stuff these days. Ampersand is for referencing the memory address of a pointer. Asterisk is to declare a pointer. And an asterisk in front of a pointer is to dereference that pointer. Right? Something like that. Someone on my Discord posted a screenshot showing they have $67 in a Replicat run. We are poisoned. Nice. That's how you know you've made it. Made what? It. You know, you made it. God damn. My hands look like that of a 50-year-old. I made Pennywise. Ooh, nice. So you didn't just make it. You made the it. It specialist. Is that what the people that took down it are called? It specialists? They get a job once every 27 years, I want to say. Maybe. You don't have any leaving emotes? Well, I mean, I have a leaving emote. Yeah. You can always subscribe, Yag, and then use the leaving emote. Actually, no, I can't. Not with that attitude. If you put your mind to it, I'm sure you could. Every 27 years? No, nice. Could use a job. So if we do that... Then we also need to set up switch state. Switch state. We'll go... int state if state, actually, if current state is null pointer or state is equivalent to current state return. Why? Why do you do that, NeoVim? Stop it. Stop it. Hey, thank you, Fanny Slam. Much appreciated. There you go, Yag. Now you can put the leave emote. And the great thing, Yag, you can now use that leave emote everywhere. So Fanny Slam has actually gifted you the ability to leave any chat. I could, but I'm not going to. Why? Am I the only chat that you're going to leave? Mean. That's just mean. Current state. Clean up. It's they're protected. I can't do that. Current state is state map. Get pointer. No, that requires P. That requires that. If I just do it should just be get, right? Yeah, that's right, because I'm dereferencing it there. Do I want to dereference it here? Surely this should just... That's much better. That's much better. We just want it to be a pointer to the node itself. We don't want to hold a completely separate reference to that node. Professional chat lever. The world needs new jobs. So many problems in Godot are solved just by just relaunching it, I'm finding. I don't find that, to be honest. I haven't needed to do that for a while. That only really happens for me if it comes down to a caching issue. Not to be confused with professional chat leavener. IB caching issues. Yep. It's a good thing you're not caching issues. Because if you were caching issues, man, New Zealand would go bankrupt. You're about to cache these hands. How much can I get for them? $350. That's not much. 2 out of 5 times when I'm re-exporting something from Blender, if I had the scene I'm exporting open, any open scene just becomes that scene. That's just their caching thing, I think. That's one reason why I'm not going to be using blend files in my projects moving forward. I'm going to export them to GLTF and just use them from there. Long time not being here. What my understand is by custom Godot build. So we've cloned the Godot repo, and I'm adding stuff into the engine and building the engine and using that build for my game. Happened to me with GLTF's 2, so at least that issue is not going to be avoided. Interesting. Very, very interesting, I must say. You're both on Windows, correct? How you doing, Mungalo? What's going on? Because if you are both on Windows, I suggest Linux. Oh, you're not on Windows. Okay. Which version of Godot? Because I've only just recently upgraded to 4.7. So I'm hoping it's not something that's happened between 4.5 and 4.7. You're on 4.6? Okay, cool. Maybe it's a 4.6 thing that's fixed in 4.7. Tried once with QuickJS and Guile, but was too dumb to pull through. Most recently it was 4.6, but I've had it happen in like all 4x issues. Strange. Strange indeed. That should be everything that I need to do. I wonder what happens. My CPU may spike and you may see the camera like glitch out for a bit, but it shouldn't because the engine's already been built, so it should just need to build the things that haven't been altered. We'll find out though. We will find out. Should only take like 10 minutes if it does take the entire thing. Oh, well, there you go. Really? That's not up to date at all. So why didn't that build it? Yeah, I've got a new directory. Let's see. So it's probably going to be in here. Let's see. Because, yeah, I'll need to tell Scones to use that, like, to build that new directory too. Let's see. Let's look for core. Okay, so I would need this. I can put it down here. And this will probably be custom. And if we go into scene, there's this. If I take that and pop it in here, we open this up. So I don't need any of this. What we can do is go state machine. I haven't added anything to behavior tree yet because we don't need it. Custom. And this is going to be custom sources. Take this, pop it in here. And if we have a look at, say, audio, take that. I'm actually gonna add source files. Okay. So we can get rid of that and get rid of that. Add source files and scene sources, but custom sources. This is building it as a library. Do I want to build it as a library? I don't think I do. Maybe I do. What if I add them? What if I just add them to the scenes library? Scene sources. What if I just do that? I think library in this instance just means object that will get linked, not like a shared library. C++ build systems are insane. I think I can just add it to the scene sources. Because it is literally just like a node. It's not an, it's just a node extension. But that's, if I do that, that's probably going to require me to rebuild the, yeah, that's what I need to do. So under here, this needs to be custom sources. And I think, do I need to change this? Do I need to change that to be like a custom library? And then under here, you do custom. Custom sources not found. Ah, yeah. Env custom sources. Custom library not found now. Okay. Add library. Env add library scene and scene sources. Env add library custom env custom sources. Yep. All right. Nice. See? Doesn't take long at all. Now, if I go into here, we run this. If I open this up, if I go add, now I need it to show up here. But at the same time, if you used AI, you could have been funny. Could have, but then I wouldn't know how to do it. What up, Hundekuchen? Oops. So why didn't that show up? So if we open this here, then under here, we go that's the next thing we need to figure out. You have to bind it to class DB and expose methods and properties and shit. Okay, that's going to be what we need to do. That's going to be... How do we do that? I'm assuming, actually, am I in the C++ side of things? No, I'm in the header. In the constructor, you call GD class name what it inherits. Like that thing. GD class state machine node. There must be something else. Do I need to do... No, I don't need to do that because it's already done in Node. Never mind. It's probably going to be this. And then I'm probably going to need to go into Ancestral class. Oh, no, state machine. I actually have to leave now, but I hope no. Have a good one, Yag. Have a fantastic one. So if we do that, that's going to have to compile a bunch now. So everything's probably going to start jittering. This is going to take a bit longer than it did previously. Because previously it was able to use everything. But it's not able to now. So previously it took like 4 minutes, I think. 4 to 6 minutes. And it's probably going to take about 10. This probably isn't even the correct thing to do, if I'm being honest. Halfway there. If this doesn't work, I'll have to call it anyway, so... At least we've got a good starting point. Are we living on a prayer, Fanny Slam? I think so, with my CPU hitting 91 degrees Celsius and my CPU at 99%. Big prayers. I've just noticed there are more 9s. There's more 9s up here than on the GitHub availability status page thingamajig. At least we've got 3 9s. They don't even have 1. Lowers volume 1%. Things are probably going hectic for your side of things, because like the video encoding is gonna be, it's gonna be going shit. It's fine. Slight stutters, yeah. Yeah. It's expected. My god, this finished so quickly previously. It finished so quickly. So quickly. And now it's not. Now it's being all poopy. I love hammering GPU in code. And the rest of the computers is smooth sailing, not caring. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to do that when I offload my streaming to my other PC. Yeah. Gonna be good. Gonna be real good. Come on. You can finish encoding. Or you can finish compiling. Come on. Come on. Come on. Do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Separated them on my PC and Elsa or Jack or whatever I'm on now. The dual sound thing, at most you'd maybe need to have 2 physical outputs, like a headphone and a line out. Well, what I can do, so I've got this here where I can specify what the output is. So if I can have my microphone split, have one go to the PC, one go there, and have the output, like this here, the mic, if I have that as monitor only, well, actually, no, because that'll be over there. If I had the, nah, hang on, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not seeing, I'm still only seeing it there. Yeah. All right. I need to figure out how to get that done next. So we know it's got nothing to do with that. Has nothing to do with that. So we need to figure out how to get that to appear in the list, or appear as a class. Maybe it needs to, maybe, oh, actually. Maybe it actually needs to be part of, maybe it actually needs to be part of that. I don't know. I'll test that out after. Yeah. I'll have to keep tinkering with this and get it to a point there that we can use it. My music app is Chromium. I mean, isn't everything Chromium these days because it's all just Electron wrappers? Yeah. Godot made it into an Instagram feed. Someone missed a space by defining an nvar or something. I will be back in the morning for another 5 hours. So in 10 hours, I'll be back. In 10 hours. Be sure to let them know that we're showing up. Say g'day, you g'dunts. Alright? Be loud, but not in an obnoxious way. Okay? Tomorrow morning, we'll finish getting this stuff sorted out so that we can start working on the game. And then we'll just come in and we'll just add stuff to it as we want. Like, yeah. We'll like add stuff to the behavior tree and stuff like that if we have a behavior tree in the future. If we need any interaction stuff, we can throw it in here too, all that sort of crap. So, I will see you all in 10 hours. Have a good one. What up, Cam? You're just in time. Good night. You get dunce.